Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. It is currently day 4 of the E3 Frenzy, and I'm going to be going over the very last of the major press conferences, and that is Nintendo's, which, to be completely honest, it isn't really a press conference, so to say. It's more like a pre-recorded video that they like to call a Nintendo Direct. This is the Nintendo Direct presentation for E3 2018, and what can I tell you about it is basically, if you're really into Super Smash Brothers, then this is the Nintendo Direct for you, because more than half of this presentation was basically dedicated to explaining minute details of mechanics in Super Smash Brothers that I think they went way too in-depth with it. I guess if you're really into Super Smash Brothers, then you are going to love this Nintendo Direct, but if you want anything else, anything at all, just completely forget about it. Like, where was Travis Strikes Again in this particular presentation? Didn't see him. Where was the release date for Dark Souls? Was not here either. Where was Solaire being added as a Super Smash Brothers character? Okay, that last one was probably not that realistic, but I really wanted it to happen. But anyways, let's take it from the top, shall we? So the actual opening of this Nintendo Direct had me super psyched because there was a game on screen and it was just like completely blowing my mind because it was this mech game. It looked a lot like Armored Core and they called it Daemon X Machina. And the cool thing about it is there is a reason why that game looked like Armored Core, and that reason is because it's got a couple of developers in there that worked on Armored Core previously, and they want to do like the coolest mech game in existence. So basically, if you enjoy the mech fighting, the mech combat system that we had in Armored Core, you're most likely going to enjoy the crap out of this game. I have to say, this game is a looker. The art style looked friggin' amazing. It's completely unrealistic, but it was very stylized, looked really good. The mechs were moving super fast like we usually see in Armored Core. Like, I was into it, straight up into it. So at the start of the presentation, I was like, dude, this is awesome. I'm in. Daemon X Machina. I'm probably going to be making a dedicated video talking about this game in more detail so that you guys get a little bit more detail about it. But that was one of the things that really got me hyped up. And in my opinion, the best thing they could have opened that presentation with. Anyway, they followed that up with some more DLC that is going to be coming to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. If you are an expansion pass holder, you're going to be able to access this on the 14th of September. And on the 21st of September, there's going to be like a physical version of it that you can buy if you like physical media, which I do, but I already have the expansion pass. I believe that Nintendo sent me that a while back. So this is definitely something that I'm personally going to be checking it out, and I'm going to be streaming it on Twitch whenever I do. It is called Torn of the Golden Country, and it is a prequel to the events that take place in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You're going to get to know a lot more of the backstory of Malos and Jin and all of these other characters that you've seen in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So basically, if you enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as much as I personally did, then you are most likely going to enjoy this, and you should definitely check it out. But yeah, that, like I said, is going to become available 14th of September if you have the expansion pass, or the 21st. Then they showed a whole bunch of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, which I'm not sure that I'm particularly interested in this game. It's going to connect with Pokemon Go. You guys have most likely seen this. It's been announced a while back. It hasn't been announced here. On here, they did talk a little bit about the special Pokeball that you're going to get and how it's going to bring a mythical Pokemon inside it in the form of Mew. And it's like, come on, man. It's like, to me, it doesn't even matter all that much because, you know what, when I do play Pokemon every now and then, I just like to pick Pokemon that kind of look cool. So Mew is not even a Pokemon that I care that much about. I don't think he looks that cool. But anyway, how does this work, like, from a having more power perspective in a Pokemon game? You know, it's like, oh, I'll just buy the ball. Now I have mythical Pokemon Mew, you know? I don't know if that is particularly important because I don't get too deep into Pokemon. You guys let me know if you're into Pokemon, if that is a big deal for you or not. Not to mention that the Pokeball on Reggie's hand looked friggin' tiny. That thing looked tiny. Like, you know that a lot of people have big hands. It's already hard enough to like hold the Joy-Cons on this thing if you have them like separated, let alone holding that tiny ass Pokeball and actually control the game with it. But I am curious about the co-op elements of the game, so I'll most likely check it out and might have a video for you guys when that comes out, just telling my impressions. But yeah. Then they showed Mario Party. That is definitely not something that I'm interested in, but it is coming on October 5th. By the way, Pokemon Let's Go and whatever, it's on the 16th of November. Not sure if I mentioned that date. The Mario Party thing, October 5th. Again, it's not something I'm particularly interested in. Then they showed Fire Emblem Three Houses, which from what I could tell, it seemed like the biggest like visual... at least from the visual standpoint, it was the biggest evolution that I've seen in the Fire Emblem games in a long time. Now, when they actually showed the battles playing through, whenever there's like, you know, you go on and you do an attack move with a certain character, you go into this animation mode, and when you go into that mode, it seemed like it was running on the same engine as the Fire Emblem's Muju game, Fire Emblem's Warriors or whatever that one's called. So that looked pretty good, in my opinion. That is a game that I'm very curious to check out, but I think this one's been delayed because either I'm mistaken or I seem to remember that the Fire Emblem game that they announced for the Switch was supposed to come out this year. Well, it's been delayed to spring 2019, so look forward to that, I guess, but good stuff. That game looks amazing. That is definitely something that I want to be checking out. Then they showed Fortnite. If you're into Fortnite, I guess that's great. At least this one, you can play it portably with your friends. I wonder if you can play it offline. I highly doubt it, but I don't know. You know, I guess if the game is fun and if you enjoy it, then that's good on you, and it's going to be free to play, and it's going to be available today. I believe it's going to be available by the time this video is out. You'll be able to download Fortnite for your Switch. I might actually check it out just out of morbid curiosity, but I don't see myself really playing Fortnite all that much. Then we had Overcooked 2, which I'm not particularly interested in. Killer Queen Black, which is this arcade game, reminded me a little bit of Towerfall, for those of you that are familiar with Towerfall, but not really my kind of game. And then Hollow Knight. Now, here's the thing, right? I haven't played Hollow Knight yet, and I understand that probably a lot of you guys already played Hollow Knight, did God knows how many runs, played it on PS4 or on PC or whatever the hell you happen to have played it, and you're probably done with the game. But I've been waiting for the Switch version to play this game, because ever since I saw it, I was like, dude, this looks like the perfect game to play on Switch. So I've been waiting and waiting, and they announced it. And to me, that was a big deal. I realize it's not a major announcement like anything that, you know, like E3 newsworthy or anything like that. But it is cool that they announced it and that it is available now. I already sent out an email. Hopefully, the Hollow Knight guys will get back to me because I want to play that game. Otherwise, I might just buy it. We'll see how that works out. But definitely, Hollow Knight is something that I'm personally excited for playing because I still haven't played it at this point. Then they talked about Octopath Traveler. They're going to be releasing a new demo on the 14th of June. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm super hyped for Octopath Traveler. Like, that game is something that I will be checking out. But here's the thing. Like, we already played a demo, which was pretty lengthy back. I don't even know when we played it. I think it was last year at some point. And we already got pretty hyped then. And now they're releasing another demo on the 14th. And in my opinion, it's like, look, you really shouldn't be playing demos at this point. The game's going to be available on the 13th of July. You're just kind of spoiling yourself, and you're like, experience the story in these, you know, in these chunks that, I don't know. To me, I'm not interested in playing this demo of Octopath Traveler. I am interested in the final game. Like, I'm already in. You don't need to show me anything else. Just give me the game. So it's a good thing that they showed it, I guess. I don't really need this 14th of June demo, and I would even tell people, like, look, if you're going to be playing this game no matter what, then play the game when it actually comes out. Don't be spending too much time in these demos. It's not really worth it, and it kind of like, it might get you a little bit tired when the actual game comes out. That's the way that I personally look at it, but good on them. I love that game. That game is awesome. Octopath Traveler is like mega con seal of approval before it's even out. That's the way that I kind of feel about that one, but, you know, once again, I guess I should say hype responsibly, so be hype responsibly, wait for reviews, all of that stuff. I know that I'm going to play the fuck out of it regardless. But anyway, then we had a bit of a sizzle reel, showed a bunch of games. I wasn't able to type down all of the games that was shown, but I did notice that there was Dragon Ball FighterZ in there, and Dragon Ball FighterZ is an amazing game that I've already played on PS4, and I can wholeheartedly recommend it to you guys. So if you guys like fighting games, you guys like Dragon Ball FighterZ is hands down a no-brainer. Play it, enjoy it, have fun with it, thumbs up. And then they basically went on to talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and like I said, they went into like a lot of detail with all the characters. Looks like all of the characters that have ever been in a Super Smash Bros. Game, they're all going to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, even if they were just like a small DLC or something like that. Every single character that's ever been in Smash Brothers will be coming to this game. The game is going to be releasing on December 7th, and they announced a new character in the form of Ridley, which I believe is a boss from Metroid. Again, I haven't played all of the Metroid games. I've played some of them. Now, interestingly enough, this is where the press conference ended. The Nintendo Direct ended, and I was super disappointed because there wasn't anything about Metroid Prime 4. I was like, what the hell? What is going on? Where's Metroid Prime 4? Where's Travis Strikes Back? Where's my release date on Dark Souls for the Switch? What is going on? Like, I don't know. I felt like overall this presentation was a little bit underwhelming. Like, sure, I loved Demon Ex Machina. Like, that's just like instant get it for me because I want that game. Looks friggin' fantastic from the art style, from the action, from everything that we've seen. I love it. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you guys already know that I love that game to death. So anything that they put on there, I'm interested in. But most of the other stuff, Fire Emblem also friggin' fantastic, and Hollow Knight is something that I was particularly interested in, and naturally Octopath Traveler, but it's just like all of these are things like Hollow Knight already existed, Octopath Traveler already existed, we already knew that there was a Fire Emblem coming, so a lot of the other events a lot of the other announcements kind of felt a little bit flat. I have to say, considering that this one is the last one, I will probably do like a final wrap-up video talking about this stuff, about the titles that were announced that I'm most excited about. But I think that the coolest press conference for me personally, I think, was probably Bethesda's. I mean, I don't know. How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments section any comments, feedback that you have for this. Once again, if you guys enjoyed these videos, remember you can subscribe, hit the bell icon to get the notifications for my videos in your feed. And at this point in the video, we'll no doubt have the end slate with 2 video selections that you can check out if you are interested in them. And otherwise, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.